gambled the fate of your galaxy on that belief.
The latest episode of Ahsoka, episode 6, just aired on Disney Plus, and I want to give you my rundown, my thoughts on the episode. Much slower episode than the previous 5 episodes for sure. By no means, however, do I think that means it's a bad episode. I honestly don't feel like there has been a bad episode in Ahsoka so far. Like, this series has been like banger after banger, and even slower episodes like this, it might be slow in pace, but there's a lot going on, and that's what I really enjoyed about this episode. When you look at something like Mandalorian, there's some episodes in there where you clearly say, like, this is filler. Like, you could take this out and we won't miss a beat on what's gonna happen in the overall main plot line, but that can't be said for something like this episode when it comes to Ahsoka, because there's a lot of heavy plot details and even a lot of lore stuff when it involves Dathomir, the Night Sisters, and the witch culture. We get a little bit more into what Balin is thinking, like what's on his mind. I think this character is very complex, and Ray Stevenson does such a fantastic job playing this character, and you can really notice it in his eyes. That's how you can tell someone's a really good actor, because it's hard to deliver lines, and for someone to deliver lines and have certain facial expressions that makes it so believable, Ray Stevenson really pulls it off, and I really enjoyed the Balin character a lot. So we finally get the reveal of Grand Admiral Thrawn. He shows up, and he actually does quite a bit in this episode, and it was so good just to kind of just hear Lars Mikkelsen once again come back as the voice of Thrawn. His appearance was a little disappointing, but I kind of knew that going in because we saw glimpses of Thrawn in the trailer. I don't know if that's just because low budget or something, but he has been stranded on this world for a while, so we can kind of just chalk that up to that. When you look at the appearance of Thrawn in like Rebels or in the comic books, he is more like stand up straight, chest out, you know, head straight, and we didn't really get that. And that has a lot to do with different things. You know, you have Lars Mikkelsen, who voiced him in Rebels, coming back, so it's great to hear that iconic voice. However, he doesn't have like that chest sticking out, you know, stand up straight type of look. Now, we can all just kind of chalk that up to, hey, he's been stranded on this planet for years, you know, he let himself go, whatnot. But hopefully when they do decide to do the movie, they do something, maybe give him some shoulder padding, more like stand up straight, bulky, you know, chest out type of look. His hair was throwing me off. Like, at one point it was like stuck to his head, and then it was like, a lot of people are using the Elon Musk meme for Thrawn, and that's sort of what he kind of looked like, if I'm going to be honest with you, but blue with red eyes. But I don't care so much about the appearance. It's a TV show, it's a series on Disney Plus. They messed up what the Grand Inquisitor looked like in the Obi-Wan show. Is nowhere near canon from what that the species is supposed to look like. So when you kind of deal with these Disney Plus shows, you kind of got to take the good with the bad. It was great to have Lars Mikkelsen to come back and voice the character of Thrawn. Once he starts speaking, you're like, man, I can just listen to an hour episode of this guy just lecturing me about the history of, you know, the Galactic Empire and all this stuff.
Now, we shall consider Ahsoka alive until we know otherwise, and we shall prepare accordingly.
And then, of course, we get the reveal of Ezra toward the end, which, man, the actor they got, not only does he look like Ezra, he sounds like Ezra. It is not the same actor who voiced Ezra in Rebels, unlike Thrawn. This is an actor who is new to the role, and just like Sabine, I believe that is the character, you know. So they did a great casting job when it came to like Sabine and Ezra. And overall, I really enjoyed this episode. There wasn't a whole lot to go on. It was a whole lot of exposition and pushing the plot forward. And then that leaves us with 2 episodes left, episodes 7 and 8, where they're going to have to wrap up stuff a lot. Somehow, Thrawn is going to have to end up back in the main galaxy. What's going to be the conflict between our heroes and Balin and his apprentice? There's a whole lot of stuff that still has to happen, because this all is leading to that Heir to the Empire movie that Dave Filoni is supposed to be directing. Whether or not Lucasfilm and Disney get cold feet and pull the plug, that's yet to be seen. You know, I don't know how the ratings for Ahsoka has been, but overall, I've been loving every episode. This episode is nowhere near as good as the last episode, but at the end of the day, you need episodes like this to push the plot forward. Not every episode is going to be action-packed and give us flashback to the Clone Wars, but we got Thrawn, and we got Thrawn quite a bit in this episode, and we got a lot of the backstory of what happened when he arrived on that planet and all the stuff he had to deal with all the new stormtroopers and everything. So we got a lot of exposition to push the plot forward, and that made me happy. I watched the episode twice, probably going to watch it a couple more times. I really enjoyed it, and I just can't wait to see the next 2 episodes. But anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on the latest episode of Ahsoka. I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below, and I'll check you guys out next time.